Biden is set to sign an executive order regarding crypto. And anytime you hear crypto and government in the same sentence, it's probably not a bad idea just to be a little bit skeptical. So let's cover what this executive order means and what it would actually do. And by the way, this is my second channel. I'm thinking of doing more breaking news type updates here. So feel free to subscribe if you want more content like this and let me know in the comments. So popping over to this executive order real quick, we can see that the beginning of this order basically highlights how much digital assets have grown in the recent past. We can see that it surpassed a $3 trillion market cap, not anymore. 16% of adult Americans, approximately 40 million people, have invested in or traded cryptocurrencies. Now that actually seemed a little bit low to me. I was surprised it is only 16%, and it kind of made me think like, oh wow, there's a good room to grow. Like even if 80%, 70%, 50% of people started investing some amount of money into crypto, the total market cap of crypto is only going to get much, much larger. They also say over 100 countries are exploring central bank digital currencies, which is kind of like a stable coin, but represented and created by a central bank of a country, and that's being explored all over the place. And we'll talk more about that a little bit later. So Section 1 of this executive order basically says that there's an opportunity in crypto for the United States to remain kind of the head honcho in technology. The idea seems to have been really created and reinforced in the last few crypto Congress hearings. This idea that like you need to be crypto friendly if you want to remain dominant. So basically the theme of those most recent hearings from educated crypto representatives is that crypto is here to stay. And if the US wants to remain dominant, they can't over-regulate the space. They just cannot do it. They will not survive if it is too regulated in the United States. That people and companies simply have too many options in 2022. If the US is too tough on crypto, people are perfectly willing just to go somewhere else, set up shop, and just be somewhere where they welcome crypto with open arms. So I'm really glad that this executive order, especially in the first major section, acknowledges this fact that like, okay, this is here to stay. We can't overregulate it. Otherwise, we're going to lose some form of financial dominance that we have. The order then goes on to address 6 key priorities that address risks and benefits the US government sees with crypto. To meet these priorities, the executive order outlines 7 action items. So item 1 and 2 are pretty similar: to protect investors and businesses dealing in crypto. They plan to do this by telling the Department of the Treasury to develop a plan of recommendations to ensure that there's enough crypto oversight. And you'll see that this is kind of an overarching theme of this executive order. There's a whole lot of like, hey, you agency, take a look at this. You agency, take a look at that. And that's just how the government does things. There's going to be report on report on report. There's going to be a bunch of nerds studying this stuff. And then they say that they want the Financial Stability Oversight Council to identify any major risks imposed to the economy by crypto. So this could be whether leverage is a huge issue in crypto. Can the crypto market take down other markets? Like if crypto crashes, is it going to take down stocks? Or perhaps discussions around stablecoin lending, which has been a hot point of topic in the SEC and in the crypto sphere in general. Now, item 3 on this executive order is to have government agencies take a look at the illegal black market type risks associated with crypto. To this, it seems like they really haven't had too hard of a time tracking down criminals using crypto in the past. I mean, look at like the Silk Road or Razzlecan just got caught, billions in crypto, and it kind of seemed like they were tracking them along the way. Item 4 in this executive order is one of the more exciting for crypto investors. This reinforces the idea that crypto is here to stay and that the White House is directing relevant agencies to write up some reports on how the US can stay competitive in the financial global economy, like we mentioned earlier. So it's just kind of directing even more agencies to really take a look at this, be like, we want to remain dominant, so make sure you know everything there is to know about this. Item 5 directs the Treasury Secretary to take a look at what needs to be done in order to give the average American safe, affordable, and easy access to crypto. Now, I thought that this was really, really interesting. It's something that I harp on all the time, that I wish crypto services, especially DeFi, were simply more user-friendly, more accessible. Because in its current state, unless you know a whole lot about crypto and DeFi, It's pretty darn hard to do. You know, there's no reason I should have to make a 10-minute tutorial on how to stake a specific crypto. It's kind of ridiculous. So this is another exciting one of those items on this executive order list. And they're basically saying that, you know, this train doesn't seem to be stopping anytime soon. So let's go ahead and make sure everyone possible can get access if they want access to these services. Now, of course, like buying and selling crypto, pretty darn easy at this point in time, but more DeFi type services are pretty complicated. Item 6, also a goodie. Here the White House is requesting government agencies study and support technology relating to digital assets. So we got more studying, we got more nerds writing up reports, but also supporting technology, like actually building things. So this could come in the form of grants to agencies building out new applications, and of course, you know, even more studying, grants about studying and studying, but they might actually end up building things or hiring contractors with grants to build actual digital asset technology. I mean, imagine if the government really decided to take on and use blockchain technology, like if IDs or car registrations or deeds to properties were all stored on a blockchain ledger. I mean, social security cards are literally printed on construction paper. Like maybe that's the first to go. Like there's got to be something better than, you know, construction paper social security card. Maybe put that on the ledger. See how it does. I mean, this technology is already here and can be used today for IDs. Like it's already can be done. No further development could be done today. That would be very exciting. Imagine if you didn't have to go to the DMV, or you could just have your ID completely verifiable on your phone through the blockchain ledger. It'd be pretty nice. Who knows? They're pretty slow moving, so that might be like 60 years before that kind of thing happens. Now, item 7 is to further explore central bank digital currencies. This one isn't a huge surprise, as the Fed has been studying this for a long time now and debating back and forth whether they should create one and what they should do with stablecoins. This is the way I see this matter. I think people could get the best of both worlds. If a CBDC is developed as an option, like you don't have to use it, but it's an option if you want to, that people can use that if they want. But then there's a bit more regulation on regular stablecoins as well, just to be totally sure that we can trust them. At this point in time, most large stablecoins are audited regularly. Like that puts a good amount of trust in them. But when it comes to a stablecoin, let's just be totally sure. And then from there, people can choose what they want to use, whether that be a CBDC, USDC, DAI, USDT, you know, whatever they like, they have the choice, but they can use the central bank version if they want. Especially like there's 100 other countries looking at developing this. Countries are going to develop this. It's kind of like, why beat around the bush? Just develop the darn thing already. So that was the executive order. I went into this expecting it to be fairly boring, to be honest, and I was like, oh, I was pleasantly surprised. Like, this is pretty pro-crypto, so it's pretty exciting. So I'd like to thank you for tuning in, and I hope you have a profitable day.